Now, there's a reason I'm bringing all this up, and that is because we have a guest tonight. A guest that is actually more responsible for this podcast than anyone, and we'll get to that later. But his name is Peter Attia. And he grew up a boxer, has been a long-distance endurance athlete, got his degree in medical engineering and applied mathematics, and then got his doctorate as an MD from Stanford. And did his residency in surgery. And the reason that I started off this whole talk about the corner is because he did that residency at a place called John Hopkins Hospital, which is about 3 miles from the actual corner of Fayette Monroe Street. The war zone that's pictured in the book, the place where DeAndre McCullough lived and where violence was, and in many ways still is, just a part of life. And Peter was at ground zero in the war zone and saw more darkness and suffering probably than any person should have to, and learned a lot from it. And we're going to get to that in a bit. But first of all, Peter Attia, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, sir.
Glad to have you on finally. And you grew up. We'll get right into it. You grew up. Tell us a little bit about just growing up. You grew up in Canada, and I know you've covered. For those of you that hasn't listened to the Tim Ferriss's interview with you, listen to them. What is there? 3 of them?
Yeah, I think so.
I think there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
You can listen to those and get more details on, Peter, his whole background. But